what's going on YouTube. So before we get into today's video, I got some really exciting news for you guys. We're coming up on our 100th Mentorship Monday, which is incredible. Thank you guys for submitting all those questions to help me at DeRosaGroup.com for me to answer here on the YouTube page. I'm eternally grateful for all that support for me to have content to produce for you guys. And as a thank you and as a really awesome way to celebrate with you guys, I'm going to have our 101st Mentorship Monday on June 4th. And it's going to be live. I'm going to do it live here on the YouTube channel June 4th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. June 4th, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have to be here on the YouTube channel so you can watch live Mentorship Monday. I'm going to answer lots of questions. I'm going to have some special guests. And I just finished a book for BiggerPockets.com on how to raise private money. The book just got finished. It gets launched in July, but I'm going to do some free giveaways of the book here at that event. You got to be there. I'm going to do some other free giveaways, and like I said, I'm going to have some special guests with me too. So you guys need to check this out. It's going to be a great event with lots of freebies and lots of really cool things we're going to do and get into some questions and everything. It's going to be a ball. You guys need to be here. June 4th, 3 p.m. Please be there. I'll look forward to seeing you guys then.
Tonight we have a great speaker that Harrison is going to give a quick intro for. He worked very hard to get him to come here. I know he has a lot for us. So Harrison?
Well, first of all, I have to thank my mom for telling me to check him out and to reach out to him. So this is Matt Fairclough. He's a good friend of mine. He is a local real estate investor, and he is also big on social media such as LinkedIn and YouTube, as well as real estate networking website BiggerPockets. He recently just finished writing a book, so that's going to be on the shelves in another couple months. It's definitely going to be something you guys want to check out. He's going to be talking about his experiences and knowing what he knows now, what he would have done differently in college. So everybody give Matt a nice round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I love that your mom told me. It dates me. My mama said call you. All right, so my name is Matt Fairclough, guys. So if you haven't noticed, there's a guy in the corner over here. He's not just a creepy stalker. This is Jonathan, who's going to be videotaping, because what I've learned is that I try and capture as much of what I do in my life, in my career. I videotape most of my YouTube videos off of my cell phone. I've got one video that has like 120,000 hits that I filmed off my cell phone in the basement of one of my apartment buildings. Didn't know it was going to happen, but it just took off. So I tend to have folks like Jonathan come with me, just because you never know what's going to come out of my mouth, and and I can have it recorded, and I recommend it to you guys as well to record what you do. I'd encourage Harrison to shoot a YouTube video about this, standing out here in the courtyard, right? So we're going to do Q&A, and you guys are going to get a chance to ask questions or hop in and have a dynamic conversation back and forth with me. So you guys are the Entrepreneur Club, right? So real quick, who's majoring in like finance or business?
Does marketing count?
Yeah, I would say that. Who's majoring in something that's not finance, business, money, or what are you guys majoring in?
Communications.
Okay.
Mechanical engineering.
Really? Cool. I was industrial engineering. What do you major in?
Finance.
Finance. Okay, cool. So why do you guys want to be an entrepreneur? Because here's the thing. This is for my finance guys and my marketing guy and everything like that. You guys could probably graduate in a good economy like we have now and get a job, like maybe making somewhere between 40 and 80 grand a year, right? And get a job. So if you guys are here at the Entrepreneurs Club, at 8:30, there's many other things going on, but you guys are here because you guys want to be entrepreneurs. So why do you guys want to be an entrepreneur? Because you don't have to be. There are jobs out there. Why?
I really like the flexibility and the fact that you sort of choose your own hours and can sort of pursue things that you're interested in.
Mm-hmm. Got it. That's great.
Sort of similar to go off that, pursue my own passions.
What's that?
Pursue my own passions.
Yes. Got it. Did I see it?
Yeah. You do have a chance for more money if you do make a successful business too.
Absolutely.
I guess also like you're not under someone, you're working for yourself. So like if you're in finance, you're usually handling someone else's money. In this case, you're handling as Greg said, you're handling your own aspirations and also you're handling your own money. So I think that's also really important.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. So I had a job for 7 years. Then when I quit, the best thing was nobody was telling me what to do. And I could do whatever I wanted to do, right? But the problem I had was nobody was telling me what to do, And so I found that I had to be the one to derive the conversation for myself to tell myself what to do. So here's what I'm going to talk to you guys about. I'm date myself. I'm 42. Okay, so I'm exactly double most of your ages, right? So I want to talk about what I would tell myself if I were getting into entrepreneurship today. And I got in when I was 30. That's when I quit my job. I went to Virginia Tech. I graduated in 92, and I worked for a company called Ingersoll Rand for 7 years because I got my degree in engineering, right? And Ingersoll Rand is a technical equipment manufacturer. They make big machines that make a lot of noise and go into factories or you see them on the side of the road and that kind of stuff. So I sold that for 7 years because I spent all this time becoming an engineer, and I didn't know what an engineer was or what they did. And so by the time I figured that out, I'm like, oh God, I want to be an engineer. People told me I should do it because, hey, you're good at math and science, right? But I didn't know that engineer meant sitting on a desk by myself, not having any, kind of designing something and not having community relationship. And I'm a people person, and so I got into sales, selling technical product. And this isn't even a tip, but I would say that any of you guys that want to be an entrepreneur, you need to learn how to sell, okay? So I commend you for having the cojones to call me out of nowhere and say, hey, I want you to come speak for my group, right? Because outreach like that is what creates new opportunities for yourself as an entrepreneur. It's not, the world is not going to deliver anything to you. You have to reach out and go get it, and kudos for doing that. So, and all you guys have that in you, to go reach out and get what you want. But unfortunately, the world doesn't, there's no more silver platter once you guys graduate. It's like, okay, go get it, and you have to go get everything you want, right? So I have 5 tips that I want to talk to you guys about, and this is supposed to be an interactive thing, so I'll probably start, maybe not calling on you or anything like that, but just, hey, what do you guys think of that? Because I'm not a one-way talker, I'm a conversationalist, so feel free to jump in and say, Matt, that's BS, or Matt, what do you think about this? So, got it. You with me? Cool. All right, that's enough of the intro. Chalk. I've read on the chalkboard forever. I love it. Cool. So here's tip number 1 that I would tell myself, and this is from life experience that I've learned, because for all these tips, I've pretty much done the opposite of this. I've done not what I'm going to tell you to do, and I figured out that didn't work, and I figured out to do what I'm going to tell you to do. Okay? So tip number 1 is you got to play the long game. Okay? Now don't write this down just because I like writing, so you don't have to take notes. So play the long game means, right? Look at this guy. You can't help it. He's writing. I have to write too. Yeah, right. So play the long game means you don't try and catch lightning in a bottle or try and become a millionaire by the time you're 24. Okay? It's possible, but it's not probable. Okay? And I know that there's at least one of you in the room that thinks you're going to be the next Mark Zuckerberg. Right? And I love you guys. I love your entrepreneurship. I love your zeal and everything like that. But you got a better shot of learning how to play basketball today and getting picked up by the NBA by the time you graduate than becoming the next Mark Zuckerberg. You got a better shot at playing the lottery whenever it comes out, every Wednesday and Saturday. Right? And I play the lottery every year again because it's fun. Because you never know, right? But you have a better shot, really, of building a $1 billion business in the next 3 to 5 years than winning the lottery, right? They're the same probability, okay? And I'm not trying to take your dreams. I'm not trying to bust your bubble. I'm not trying to tell you guys you can't do what you want to do. But I'm telling you, you got to play the long game, okay? And the long game is not trying to, let me try and game the system and find this thing that's going to make $5 million, okay? Right? In the first 6 months or whatever it is. And I know it's possible. And I know all you guys have stories of people. They're like, well, what about this guy that graduated this and now he's whatever. I know. There are stories. There are people. But for every one of the people that did that, there are thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs that are playing the long game. And they become millionaires too, or it's possible, right? They have the possibility to own your time and to make a lot of money and to make your own decisions and to do everything you guys talked about. Right? But you don't have to invest for the short. An entrepreneurship is not a sprint. Okay? So when I say play the long game, I mean a few things. Okay? I mean just playing for the long haul, but the most important thing is goal setting. Okay? Goal setting is the best way for you guys to get where you want to go. okay? And I set 1, 3, and 5 year goals for everything I do for my business, for whatever it is. And then I put my blind, and again, I learned this by not doing this. I learned by not setting goals for everything. And here's what not setting goals creates. It creates, okay, this day, again, I'm in real estate. I'm primarily a landlord. I flip houses. I buy apartment buildings. I do all kinds of stuff like that. But when I didn't set goals, I was, said, okay, Monday, I was looking at a raw land deal. And on Tuesday, somebody would call me and say, hey man, I got a defunct strip center. Or you should go look at it. So I would go look at it. And then Wednesday, somebody would call me up and say, hey, I've got this rental deal that you should look at. And so I would, right? Because I didn't have goals of what I wanted to do and exactly what resources I had and what I was going to put towards it, I got pulled in a lot of different directions. And so without goals, you are an unanchored ship. And the goals will allow you to say, well, this is where I am now. Where do I want to be in 5 years? Because that's a real question. And I know for you guys no offense, at your age, 5 years seems like a long way away, but once you get out of college, it is not that long anymore, And if you plan and strategize, right, you can be very well off in your mid to late 20s if you focus on what you want, right? And what you want might mean go hang out in Amsterdam for 2 weeks, right? Or whatever it is. I have one friend who's a real estate, he's a real estate entrepreneur, okay? He owns 20 Airbnb units, okay? Did not take long to build that. You guys know I know you guys know what Airbnb is, okay? All right, so he has 20 of those. He does not have an address. He doesn't have a home. He lives out of his backpack. He's a nomad. He hasn't been to a house that he owns in the last 2 years. Everything he does is automated. Everything he does is run through virtual assistants and through people that help him. He spent a month riding motorcycles through Vietnam. He spent 2 weeks in an orphanage in Taiwan. He spent just hung out in Bangkok for a while and just lived on the road. You guys, how much it costs to live in Taiwan for a month to live? Like what the living expenses, housing expenses were? Take a guess.
Couple hundred.
$500. $500. Now, again, I'm way off topic, but my point was, he set a goal. I met him and he was like, this is the life I want to lead in this amount of time. And now, he's doing it. And now he doesn't have any kids, it's just him and his girlfriend, so he's able to do that. But that sounds like a fantastic life, but he set that as a goal, and he created it for himself over time. Built up that amount of Airbnb units, lived lean on his expenses, and he's able to manifest that for himself. So,